Good morning, fellas. It's leg day. I'm training legs again. You heard me correctly. I haven't trained legs for months. I want to deadlift. The only place I can deadlift is on my leg days because on my back days it would take away from my back training. On my push days, doesn't make any sense. Then on a leg day, I get to deadlift, and then afterwards I can actually hit like a little bit of quads and hamstrings, so I can actually maintain my leg size, maybe even grow my legs in the meantime. But most important thing, we're gonna deadlift. Also, I woke up today, my throat is in pieces. Like literally, I feel like every time I swallow, I'm swallowing razor blades, and I've got a bunged up nose. Hopefully, my strength isn't in the guys. Hope you can see that. My recovery's quite good. My sleep was quite good apparently. The quality of my sleep was really good. Everything's on point in terms of like my recovery and stuff. I mean, I don't go off of this as like a gauge as to how I feel. I feel how I feel, you know what I mean? Like whether I get 100% here or I get 0% there, like there is some sort of correlation between how many points I get on here. It's a whoop, by the way, and how I feel, but I don't let it affect my head. Like I don't go around going like, oh, my recovery was orange and I've only had 60% recovery. I'm not gonna be able to lift today. I just go in and train as hard as I can anyways, like it doesn't really matter. But this illness is getting in my head. That's the only thing that's ever gonna get in my head, the fact that I'm ill. But hopefully as I take pre-workout, start moving, get warm, the whole bunged up nose and stuff is just gonna go away. So hopefully, pray for me. All right, breakfast, nice and simple, nice and easy. 2 bagels and Nutella. 10 grams Nutella on each bagel. I've been having like round about the same breakfast for years. I just realized, I think back to like, back when I lived in the other house, and then literally a couple years ago, I was like, I'm having 2 bagels, 10 grams Nutella each. And I'm gonna have some turkey rashers or some hex sausages, and then I'm gonna have like some water. That was it. It's been the same for so long. And then the only thing I would switch would be like, instead of having bagels, I'd have cereal. Right? I mean, for pre-workout, I mean, that sounds pretty optimal if you think about it. Because it's just carbs, low fat, protein, right? It's just interesting. Like, you can do something for years and years and years and years and years. It's the same every time. I enjoy it every single time, and I don't even think about it. It's just weird to think about. Oh my God, I'm so weird. I've only started doing deadlifts mega recently. By mega recently, I literally mean, like, I was deadlifting for the first time in ages. What? 4 days ago, maybe? 4 or 5 days ago. So I'm absolutely rusty as I can be in terms of like the efficiency of the movement. But the first session I did 220 kilos for a few sets of 5. I literally did like 4 sets of 5. Super easy, nice and light. Like I thought I'm gonna come back, you know what, try 5 plates. Moves well, moves easy. And today we're gonna lower the reps and up the weight. So I'm thinking 240, maybe 245, 250, depending on how I feel, for like 4 sets of 3. Still, you know, really light, like within the realms of not even being close to what I'm capable of. But you just sort of have to work up. I could come in and just like, I don't know, deadlift 280, 290, something like that, right? Like something ridiculous. But what reason would that have? Like you can jump in and do whatever you like, but what reason does that have? I'm thinking long term, because I'm gonna stick to these. I'm thinking we rev up slowly, right? Get used to it, get like efficient again at the movement, make sure that I'm able to move correctly. And if you're starting your movement, you shouldn't just jump in, you should slowly, like I know it's painful because you're gonna come in and sort of just like, you're not getting excited about much, you're not pushing yourself crazy, right? But at the same time, you're gonna think, there's sometimes you're just gonna have to do things because you just have to do them, right? Like you have a goal, say you wanna get really good at the bench press. You have to start off slowly and it's gonna suck and it's gonna feel awkward, it's gonna feel like shit. One session's gonna feel good, the next one isn't. Next one might feel good, and then next 2 might not feel good. You push through it, and then eventually it gets to a point where you've been doing it, and then you're improving, and you're improving, and then like sessions back to back start feeling really, really good. So when there's that little like boring bit or like a little negative hump you've got, you'll be fine, all right? Just keep going and just think about just getting better, right? Think about the long-term goal. There's gonna be ups and downs, always. Just think about the long-term goal. Long-term goal is, I'm gonna be fucking strong and huge at this like particular movement that I'm doing. And you will be, no problem. Electrolyte flavor of the day, boom. Lemon. If you're not using electrolytes yet, fucking give it a go. These are like £5 on Amazon, there's 20 in there. Wow. Like literally, it will make a huge difference to your training. Just because your body's just gonna be literally topped up to the max with everything it needs to like contract muscles and give yourself a better pump, right? It's the same as pre-workout. It's just these little things you can top up on that will just make the experience just that little bit better, right? Like with Overdrive, you're like topping up on caffeine, pump products, focus. So whatever happened during your day, if your day is like on an average level, you take pre-workout, it's gonna bump you up to like a fantastic, amazing session. If you're having like a normal day and you get some electrolytes, it's gonna bump you up just that little tiny bit to maybe an above average day. You know what I'm saying? Like it just smooths out the bumps. Because you never know how hydrated you are, really. You never know what's going on inside your body. Why not just top up and just make sure that you are absolutely spot on for your electrolyte balance? I would, and it's only like 10p, 15p a tablet or something like that. Well worth it, lad. Give it some thought. All right, brothers, it's that time again. It's time to get some pre down us. Speaking of pre, The restock, you're watching this on a Sunday, probably, if not Sunday, then Monday. The restock for the pre-workout is happening on Monday, hopefully, all right? So have a look at the description, first link down there. You can use code Dave, you get yourself a little discount on the pre-workout and the pump. But yeah, I said to myself, I'm not gonna take the pump formula on leg days because it was way too painful last time. Like I literally trained legs and I was like, I can't train because the fucking pump formula just literally blew my head off. But we'll see if it was a one-off or if it was, we'll see how the pump is. It's just too crazy. Like the pump is literally just ridiculous on legs. Like it's fine on chest and like back and everything because those are muscles you want to be pumped. But I guess maybe because my legs are just like large and take a lot of, when they get pumped, it's just really painful. I need to mix this with something. I need a little spoon or something. By the way, you would not believe what happened to my car literally the other day. I was driving with AB, right, my friend Alfie, and I'm driving. We just get off a roundabout and I'm driving at like maybe 40 miles an hour, right? It's like a 70-mile-an-hour road. I'm accelerating, and as I accelerate, I hear like a crunch, like a bang, and then I look in my back windows, my side mirrors, sorry, and I see plastic like behind me, like black bits of plastic crumbling behind me. Next thing you know, I'm like, wait a minute, there was nothing on the road. I'm like, wait a minute, what could that possibly be? I was like, that was my front splitter, wasn't it? And then I'm like, no, I just put that on. It was just put on the other day. 300 pounds, by the way. I keep driving. I'm like, mate, I was like, maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. You can't check it because it's at the front of the car. I'm like trying to see, I'm like, no, I can't see, whatever. Park up, look at the front, like just get out, look at the front, no splitter. It was my own splitter. My own splitter came off, the front splitter, came off, went under the car, got crushed by my car, flew out the back. So I'm now 300 pounds out of pocket, and my car doesn't look as good because my front splitter fell off. Good news though, you know, I hope, like, thank God it wasn't anything bigger and more dangerous that happened, number one. Number two, good news, I'm gonna be able to go to the people that didn't supply me. They fitted the front splitter, I supplied them the splitter. And I'm guessing because, you know, maybe it was a fitment issue, they'll be supplying me a new splitter and fixing it together. So they're really good on their part. Thank you so much. Yeah, but Jesus Christ, just out of nowhere, just poof, fell off, boom, gone, destroyed. I'm hoping the deadlifts feel good. And then as a result of that, that's gonna start building momentum. I know it's only my second session, but like it can, you know, because I've done deadlifts so much before, it can pick up momentum quite quickly. So hopefully this session happens really good. Next session happens really good. Because the next session I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try and hit like a heavy-ish single. So I'm probably thinking like 285, 290, something like that, right? And then once that's done, I'll know where my sort of baseline strength is. And then we're gonna move on and do back on the program, hopefully start doing like good sets of 5, good sets of 3, heavy sets of 4, etc, 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 and actually start training properly instead of just like, you know, winging sessions. But really looking forward to this leg session. Pre-workout's gonna go in. It's gonna be a good time. Check out this top. I really love this graphic tees, especially because it's like Dragon Ball Z. It's a little bit like, you know, a little bit cool, a little bit. They got these little things, really cool. All right, let's go. Right, so here's the car, right? Here's the back, everything's fine. Luckily there's no damage from the impact of the splitter. You got the front, look, it's gone. It's just gone. Not one piece of it is left. The whole thing came clean off, went under my wheels, boom, and out the back, and it was never to be seen again. Only me, honestly, only me. Like, how does that happen? That it just pings off? It's not a common thing either. What the hell? Anyways, I'm gonna go lift my heart out. Really excited to deadlift. This is just quite funny, and thankfully everything's gonna be fine. It's just gonna be redone. It's not a problem. It's just like, what the hell? What the hell? What next? The roof's gonna fall off. Touch wood, mate. I don't want to jinx it, but yeah. Let's go lift. To this, you walk into the gym and you see my glutes spread in the corner, staring at you because I'm trying to stretch my hips out. Anyways, if you guys have any sort of hip, glute, and lower back stretches that you're aware of, please let me know, like the names of them, because I've had a look online and it's all just like, I hate to say it, like women stretching, and I have no idea if they know what they're talking about. There's been a few routines that I've seen online of geezers stretching, but I also don't know if they know what they're doing online. I'll believe you guys. Let me know of any names of the stretches. That sounded a bit like I'm against women. I'm not. It's just like I'm trying to be a strong big lad here, and I'm trying to stretch out my hips and lower back. I'm not trying to stretch my hips and lower back out for women purposes. What am I saying? Cancel me right now, okay? I'm playing a character. This is all a joke. Please don't hit me or kill me, okay? Anyways, let me know the stretches. Deadlifts. let's just move on from that before I literally just like get completely removed from the internet. Deadlifts. Starting off with the bar, get a nice few reps in, boom, onto 60 kilos, get a nice few reps in, and as I increase the weight, I decrease the amount of reps I'm doing. You feel me? It makes a lot of sense, right? I also was trying to figure out what to do, like as I was deadlifting, because obviously I can't really remember how to deadlift, so I was thinking of different ways to deadlift. And as you can see here, on these reps, I'm sort of raising my head up a lot, and I'm keeping my chest way higher, spreading my legs more, and having my hips close to the bar, which is absolutely optimal. That's what you should be doing. And then the next set, me being me, I literally just don't do it. Like, I just go back to deadlifting like it's a conventional deadlift. So basically, next time I'm going to go in, I need to like write down a note on my forehead or something so I fucking remember. I need to like spread my legs as much as possible to open up my hips as much as possible, keep my chest as proud as I can, which should like looking up and raising my head helps by the look of this, by the look of these clips that I did. So I need to do that. But yeah, I mean, those are pretty good tips for the deadlifts anyways. Get your arms as long as possible. Crank your elbows into your lats super tight. Take a massive breath. Chest up, not lower back extended, but chest up, like mid and upper back up, extended. Open up your hips as much as possible. What I mean by that is spread the floor, essentially. If you could like just do the splits, you should be doing that. And make sure you're obviously balanced over your midfoot, right? And then there's not much to it apart from just give it some fucking grit, mate. You know what I mean? Just pull it. I've gotten into a bit of a habit recently, over time, because I've been doing a lot of bodybuilding training, of not being as explosive as I should be. And I realized that a couple of sets in, and as you can see, I'm just like fucking yanking the bar, because I was like, I need to just remember how to generate power from my body, because it's been so long since I've generated like proper like heavy power that I just forget, because I've just been doing like slow and controlled and really tempoed, and fuck off, mate. Hate training like that. I've noticed, because I've been doing bodybuilding training for a while. It's just not for me, mate. I like bodybuilding to an extent, but like all this slow tempo bullshit, it just isn't for me. So I just sort of realized that, and I was like, I ain't doing that no more. I realized that a couple of weeks ago, to be honest, but now I'm on these deadlifts. It's just sort of like an extra movement that I'm just like, fucking just lift, because that's what I've always enjoyed about lifting. What I enjoyed about lifting is just like getting myself super fucking excited and just going for it. Just like, it's just, that's what it should be about, right? It's not about like the optimal fucking lifting, making sure you get every muscle fiber involved and make sure you fucking mesocycle this and fucking microcycle that. Mate, it's not about that. It's about coming in, having a good time, lifting as hard as you can, getting a pump on, and just leaving happy. You know what I mean? I mean, if it makes you happy to do bodybuilding training, be my fucking guest. It doesn't make me happy. So I just like to, you know, move about a little bit, do some cheat reps, do some, you know, fucking and that's just how I train. Moving on from the deadlifts, I did some hamstring curls. I did 3 sets of hamstring curls, anywhere between, I think, like 10 and 15 reps to failure. The deadlifts are super easy, literally. I only did like 4 sets of 3. Mega easy. Had like fucking 5 reps left in the tank half the time. So mega easy. So I was like, you know what? After that, I'm just going to move on to doing some hamstring curls all the way to failure, essentially until I just can't move anymore. And then after that, I moved on to doing leg extensions. I did 3 sets of leg extensions. I think it was like 12 to 15 reps. Maybe you can prove me wrong on these clips. I don't really care too much. Shoot me, right? Do you know what I mean? But like I said, it's not about anything specific. It's about training hard and getting the sets in, right? And recovering and doing the same thing next time and next time. You don't have to be so fucking yada yada blah blah. If you want to, fine, go ahead. I already said that. But yeah. But when I get to these leg extensions, you're going to see me. I grip onto the inside of the machine. I figured this out. I was like, wait a minute. There's a way to be way more stable on this exercise. I was like, let me just grip something behind me. So I grip the inside of the cable. There's like a rod. Hold on to that. I sort of use that as an anchor. I press my arm into it, push myself into the back seat, and then it becomes a lot more stable of an exercise. And I feel like I just get more connection with my quads. I was just talking about not being a nerd, but it just feels a lot better and I can just give it more effort. So why the fuck not? You know what I mean? Little things like that I can do. When it comes to like actually caring about all the scientific bullshit, can't be asked. Even though I consume all that content all the time, like I spend majority of my days literally listening to Mike Israel talk about how to train optimally and everything, and like I know everything. It's not for me. All right, a lot of it isn't for me. But 3 sets of those to failure, and then I just fucked off home because the most important thing, anyways, was the deadlifts. Subscribe if you're not already. Much love. There's more to the video. I'm not going anywhere. The best way to describe that session was chill. Like, it was literally a chill session. Because the weight isn't extremely heavy, I'm sort of not getting as excited as I would be otherwise. Like, usually when I go for a lift, there's like an anxiety level, there's like a real excitement level to it, because I'm going for something that's really challenging, right? There's like a level of like, so you're like scared almost of the weight. And because 240 is, well, realistically nothing, like actually, like, do you know what I mean? Like relatively to my strength. I've done it a million times before. I've done a lot over that as well. It's just sort of not exciting. It was just chill. I was just lifting. I was just sort of just there, training for a purpose. And then when I was doing my leg extensions, my quad started cramping. My outer quad started cramping. I think it's because my whole body just isn't used to, like, my legs aren't used to like actually lifting. So whatever happened, right? I did some deadlifts. They're very quad dominant because it's like my stance is like essentially like a squat. And then when I do leg extensions, it just sort of had a little bit of a cramp, but it wasn't anything crazy. So yeah, the session was successful. It sets me up for the next one. My hamstrings feel good, my glutes feel good, my quad, apart from that little cramp, feels amazing. On point, really on point, really enjoying deadlifts. It's just not as exciting yet as it will be eventually, and I'm excited. I'm excited to be excited in the future. Do you know what I mean? Like, even though the session's boring, I know it's for a reason. So I'm gonna go grab some food real quick, grab a couple of bits from Tesco, and we'll be off back home. And I've got about 4,000 calories to get in, so nothing to it. Let's go. Now I've been fucking pranked. This ASDA says open 24 hours. Go online, open 24 hours. Closed, Sunday, 4 p.m. What? What kind of 24-hour shop are we talking about here? Anyways, this one's closed. Tesco's closed. I've been to Tesco as well. So I've just been fully pranked. I'm just gonna have to make do with whatever I have at home, food-wise. Just a bit of a sticky one, because obviously, I mean, to get 5,000 calories in, you're gonna have some real good food. But anyways, stop dwelling. Home time, post-workout meal. Get as many calories as possible. Let's go. All right, so I had to make do what I had at the house. So I have 600 grams of chicken thighs, which are cooking up in there. That's gonna be a nice like 800, 900 calories. And then I've got myself, I'm gonna make myself a smoothie. So the recipe for the smoothie, it's a big smoothie, by the way, it's a lot. So I've got a pint of orange juice, so 500 milliliters of orange juice. Then I've got 130 grams of oats in there. And then I've got 400 grams of frozen fruit, sort of like mixed berries type thing. And that's another like 600 and some change calories. So this meal, maybe even 700. This meal is like just under 1,800 calories. Literally, somebody's like daily intake of food, just like that. And that's super easy to eat, because that is liquid calories. And it's healthy. It's literally fruit, oats. How bad? You know, it's whole foods. And then you've got the chicken thighs, which is also whole foods, right? The orange juice is not whole foods, right, realistically, but whatever, mate. You know what I'm saying. It's healthy stuff. It's good stuff. It's good for you. Oh, it's good for you. I don't give a fuck. It's good for me. It's good for digestion. How about that? Because the more processed the stuff becomes, the harder it is to digest in your body. When you get loads of calories in, it becomes more and more of a drag. But yeah, I'll see you when it's all cooked up, which is going to be in literally 2 seconds. All right. All right, fellas. Well, the post-workout is served here. 600 grams of chicken thighs, which ends up being 6 thighs. They're like 100 grams each. Then the smoothie here, which is exactly what I already told you. This will cost you to make probably around the same as a meal deal would, except it's going to be 1,800 calories. Super simple to make, good for you. It's just chicken and fruit. I mean, you do with that what you will. I know a meal deal is inconvenient and whatever, but if you have the time to cook it for like even a little bit, it's not even cooking, you're just banging stuff in the oven. It makes everything so much easier. Don't be afraid that there's too much fat in there. Don't be afraid of anything here, right? There's too much protein, too much fat. Your body doesn't give a fuck. Your body cares how much energy you put inside, and it will gain the weight accordingly, right? You can be all optimal and make sure that everything's perfect at the margins, or you can just do what it takes to get bigger, which, simple. Eat a lot, train hard, do it again. Eat a lot, train hard, do it again. It's really, really simple. So I'm gonna dig into this. We'll be gone in like 10 minutes. This is super easy. Even with liquid calories, it becomes even easier, lads. Come on, where is the excuse for being skinny and small and weak? There is no excuse. Just do it, man. Just do it, man. Stop being a pussy. Make some food, get it down you. Do it again. Make some food, get it down you. Do it again. If you want to do it, you're going to do it anyways, right? Much love. I'm going to dig in. Let's go.